Hey there everyone, this is Mekion, and welcome to the Let's Finish the Hell Out of Ecco the Dolphin Extravaganza. First up, Ecco Jr. Also, I apologize for the rather loud ambient background noise, however, it's summer. We have an air conditioner. This level used to scare the hell out of me as a kid. I don't know why. I've already mentioned it's probably the music. But somehow, the music combined with swordfish, deep claustrophobic underwater environments, and, red, somehow managed to make this the most terrifying level. As such that someone who didn't even blink at the Vortex Queen was scared by this. That is one of my big gaming secrets. The other one you'll find out incredibly soon as well. I like making him glitch that I always turn. Now where is that last bloody... The entire gimmick of this level is you find the swordfish, then you navigate your way around this little maze and find the swordfish trying to free an octopus. I'm quite sure swordfish cannot cut kelp with their, swords, and what is this one doing? Oh well, we got the octopus dancing. Let's go home. This is another tag level. It's not the hardest, as that's going to come up soon, and as you saw, this one's also easy. Mysterious Ridge is just the opposite of that treasure level. Instead of taking the treasure somewhere, we need to go find the treasure, and for some reason there is never any treasure there, but I keep always pushing those shells out of the way, because it just seems like the type of spot to hide something. Oops. Yes. See, they hide it here, but not in the other shell thing for some reason. Never understand that. Whatever. We have one more piece to get. Which I believe is just there. And then we F up the sound samples. Yay! I have no idea what's with this game's sound samples and occasionally just glitching out like crazy, but they do it a lot. Like that. You've heard the victory tune about, what, about 14 or so times now, and it just decides to glitch out. Oh well. Sharksea is a pretty simple level. It's just the Finding Friends level, except this time you have sharks. Yay. You know, if it wasn't for the fact we just had the swordfish level, which at least added a bit of interest to it by giving us a fairly maze-like environment that, admittedly, if this was the regular Ecco series, I could just echolocate my way through, but because this is Ecco Jr., you can't do that, so Ecco Jr. mazes are more hard. Also, bit of nerdism, right here is the edge of the entire home bay overworld. You'll see what the edges mean when I get around to playing with the, exploratory mode, but that won't be for a while, knowing my update schedule. And now we have my favorite level in the entire game. At first you just think it's just a common find friends level, however, then you notice that this environment is something we've never been to before. Fans of the LP might recognize these little squid, or cuttlefish, or whatever I called them last time we fought them, from Ecco 2. Long-term fans may even why is there a Dunkleostus here? Well, long-time fans will recognize the Dunkleostus. It's become purple and has come to the modern day somehow. Also, there's a leopard shark from the Arctic Sloans. And anywho, the gimmick of the level, I'm not sure if you can see him, but just above me is a stonefish. We sonar them, they swim away. Yes, it's just a finding friends level, however, I at least went to a little more effort in this level than some of the others. I mean, unless you know where every single one is. Oh, also the glyph is a different color. Unless you know where every single one is, then you're going to be echolocating around blindly, because they are pretty hard to see. Or I just have horrible eyesight. But no, I actually like it. It's, considering the last few levels were find sharks, find swordfish, find this random assortment of animals, and now we have one where the animals are actually... Oh, I sonared him, you bloody... Where the animals are actually at least attempting to hide from us rather than swimming out in the open and just require us to swim to a different part of the level. Yeah, it's much better than them. Unfortunately, I also believe this is the last friend level, so, no more random creatures for us to find. Now, what is this? Much like virtually every level, this place is a maze. There you are, you little... Ah. Wish Stonefish would have appeared in the main Ecco series, actually. Having an enemy that could just camouflage the poison you would have been fun. Two more. This level's pretty simple. Find mini glyphs, take them to big glyph. It's like with the fish level, except this time we have glyphs. Part of my excitement. Of course, this does bring up some questions about what the hell we're doing all this shit for. The story of the game is basically the glyphs are getting us to do these tasks in order to meet the Big Blue. And also Ecco's friends are, in theory, doing the tasks as well, except I don't like them, so I'm never actually going to use them unless... Well, I was going to actually have people see if they wanted me to play any of them, but none of you ever actually posted anything about that, and I kind of forgot to actually tell you I was doing that, so, I'll just say none of you wanted to see anyone else either. I'll show them off in the exploratory mode videos, where I basically just run around the levels and show off shit that is interesting or didn't make it into the final game. And anywho, so basically, the glyphs are getting us to do these main tasks. I mean, you know, you can understand some of them, like help get the baby turtle to the... oddly tortoise-like mother. You know, we're helping out. But then you've got help the seahorses basically corral a bunch of fish into their prison. And you're wondering, what the hell is the point of all of this? It's finally the second ring level. And I completely go the wrong direction. There we are. Me going on the wrong direction in this LP? That's never happened before. Just completely ignore the Lost Orcas video. Oh yeah. That level. That fucking level. Yeah, that's another point in Ecco Jr.'s favor. It doesn't have any Lost Orcas. Oh god, I swear if I had to do that level again. I am lucky that I did not have to do that again. I could not take that level anymore. Another thing of the game, the pellets they use on the enemies change them a lot. However, as we can see from this shark, it looks fucking weird in some circumstances. Like this. I don't know if that was intentional or just a glitch. But I mean, you know, in some circumstances I like it. Like the stingrays in Stonefish Lagoon. They're nice and dark and different. Because, you know, recolored enemies is something the Ecco series hasn't had. The sounds of the sea still suck. But yeah, I mean, you know, the only really recolored enemies that were ever in the series were the various pufferfish varieties. So I do like it how you've got all sorts of new enemies here, but a lot of them pretty shit. Also, chase this fish. Anywho, enough gallivanting. I'm gonna do one more level. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do one more level. I'm gonna save the rest for the next video, so may as well switch on over to that. Until then, this is Mekion saying go and watch the next video because that's when I'm gonna end this bloody game already.